Give me energy. Almost done.
This is good.
Good morning, guys. We are on day 7. The last full day. We're getting collected tomorrow morning, so we're going to make the most of it. It rained an awful lot last night, and I had arguably one of the worst night's sleep of my life. Check out how sad and sorry this looks. Obviously we lowered the tarp to get my hammock. That is what I slept in, and it was incredibly gross. There's a bit of dry patch up near the top here, but the rest is soaking wet. It wasn't fun. It was not fun. Yeah. What time did it really kick off? Like 5 a.m?
Like 5 or 4, it just started pouring.
Going crazy, and then yeah, big lightning, big thunder, and just lots and lots of rain. So I'm not feeling too well rested today. You had a good night's sleep, right, Mon? Mon had a good night's sleep, which is good for her. The good news is this is looking pretty good. So I'm already wet, so we might as well just continue to get wet. I'm gonna have a coconut, I think. I feel like hungover. The ground was so cold and hard and wet. I then shifted myself up onto my little timber storage to try and stay dry, and it was just so uncomfortable. Anyways, problems in paradise, right? It's not the end of the world. Hopefully we've got blue skies for the rest of the day, which will give us solar so we can actually charge stuff, because stuff's getting quite low on battery now, and we can dry things out. And then hopefully no rain tonight. Gonna have a fire going this morning, or maybe not this morning, but later this afternoon once things have had a chance to dry, because of all of our kindling got wet. But the main log storage is dry, which is good. But yeah, the kindling's what we need to get everything going. But we're gonna get in there, have a dive, and see what's about. Bring me to life, please. This needs to be a super coconut to make me feel good after last night's sleep. Oh, come on. Oh, it's a good one. That is a good one. Give me energy. Come on. Energized, fueled on coconut water. So it's almost time for our dive. First dive of the day, get it done in the morning, and just enjoying some lovely, pure, white, fleshy coconut. The diet hasn't been too varied. Coconut, pawpaw, fish, crayfish. That's about it. Been good though.
Coconut for breakfast. Probably have one more for breakfast tomorrow, and I'm not sick of them yet. Love my coconut.
Alright guys, and just like that we are back in the water for the final day of diving. Get the gun loaded and head on a mission. This time we're swimming to another island to explore basically hopefully better ground and try and get onto some different predators. As I make my descent down, you can start to see this really cool little grouper. He's a bit small, so we leave him be, but cool to film anyway, and boost, off he goes. There was a super dominant white-tip shark on this reef, and yeah, that's him just cruising by. He wasn't acting too aggressive at this stage, but later on he gets a bit more antsy. As you can see, I'm on the trail of that coronation trout who just stays out of range. If I had the 115 Vendetta double roller, I probably would have been able to have taken a shot, but I'm just on the little 85 and he just kept out of distance. With that in mind, and after a few occasions of seeing the coronation trout, I decide to switch over onto the 115 and try my luck. Diving down, top down dives on coronation trout isn't really the best way to get on them. They tend to always bolt. They'll either hide in the reef like this guy just did, but if you wait for an opening, they might come out. Unfortunately, this wasn't my best shot, but it was the shot that was presented. There was quite a narrow gap for me to get my spear into the fish, and it tears off. I'm absolutely devastated. There's nothing worse than injuring a fish. So I stay around in the area for another 5-10 minutes, just looking, dive bombing on different sections of the reef to find out where this guy might have retreated to. I was pretty convinced that I saw him going to this bombing, but as I got closer I could clearly see he was hiding in this little patch of reef. And yeah, I lay in the shot, and that's what we would like to see, a wriggling spear. Now, I'm not confident that my spear has gone the whole way through the fish, so I force the spear through the fish as I'm dragging it out. It's a bit of a process, but I just want to make sure that I absolutely land this fish. I've already got the gut shot on him that tore off, as you can see, and now I've got a good hold-in shot on him, going through some solid bits of bone, and just put my thumb on the flopper to ensure that nothing can happen. Mon's there to assist. You can see that white shark's come back in the distance just to check out what was what, but with two divers on the scene, that shark doesn't want anything to do with us. And here we have it, a stunning coronation trout. They're absolutely delicious eating, and they're really, really fun to hunt because of they're a lot more difficult than your typical coral trout. Here you can see the same white tip come back for another little sniff around. He can probably sense the guts and everything in the water. Again, he's there, but he's not being a menace. And white tip sharks, apart from black tip sharks, are probably the least concern when I'm diving, but they can occasionally be sneaky, so you do always have to keep one eye kind of on them. Check these reefs. Now this just blows my mind, considering this region was hit by a bad cyclone a couple of years back, and they're just pristine. We get out of the water just for a quick little break and just to check out this beach. We're on the hunt for a nautilus shell. We don't actually come across one, but it's just a gorgeous setting on this uninhabited island in the middle of the South Pacific. After a quick rest, we hop back in the water, explore some more coral. I'm convinced that I'm going to get myself another coronation trout and fail. These guys are literally the Houdinis of the reef. Here we have another small grouper. I think that's a high fin grouper, maybe. I'm not too sure. But I make my way down onto the reef and yeah, checking out ledges for mangrove jacks and these cool little swim throughs where you often get trevally buzz past you as you make your way under a ledge like that, but none came in. This is diver Mon. She's got her eyes on a Sever, also known as a sweet lip, and what an awesome shot. She places it straight through its gills, good holding shot, and will start to bleed the fish up as she pulls it up to the surface to brain it.
What you got? Fucking sweet lip.
But I just want to get another color.
Lovely. Saba.
So congratulations, diver Mon, providing. We've got sweet lip for dinner. This is actually a highly regarded fish in Fiji. Here we have a banded sea crate. Now, I keep my distance from these guys because if you have been following for long enough, you might remember when one of these guys attacked me and bit me in my face, or at least bit the face of my mask. That was a scary experience, so now I give them a bit more space, but really, really cool to see anyway. I love seeing them on the reef. Here we have a drop down dive. I didn't actually know what I was dropping onto, and as I made my way down, this moo came into sight, and this is a typical moo move. I don't know how the hell they do it. When I slow that down and play it back, I shoot the moo in the head, and the moo at the last second just moves his head to the side and completely evades the shot. They are incredible fish with fantastic reaction times. Here you can see 2 coronation trout, and I don't get a shot on either of them. Even the smaller, slower one still manages to outpace me. They're really, really clever fish, and honestly super fun to hunt. They will kind of always just stay outside of your shooting range, except for this guy. He just got caught slacking. I think he thought that I couldn't see him and he was making his way into his hole, so I took the shot. Again, not my best shooting, but it was the shot that presented. I either shot then or I didn't get the fish. Here we can see the white tip shark, same white tip coming back in, and he's not being aggressive, he's just checking things out, and that's cool. We've got dive him on there just in case. So we're now at 3 fish. We've got 2 coronation trout and 1 sweet lip. The white tip then decides to absolutely charge Mon, and Mon's not the tallest of humans, so the white tip's actually about the same size as Mon, and obviously just thought, yeah, I can outcompete that thing. So I try going, being all alpha, give the thing a bit of a prod, try and keep its distance. I swim away and it comes back in on Mon again. So this time I'm really keen to just give it a poke and just say, like, boy, like, we are not to be messed with here, go away. That's lunch served. That's going to become spicy noodles, I think. I'm going to use the Korean spicy noodles on this coronation trout, but yeah, quite happy with him. There's a good looking fish. Not massive, but again, we're just shooting what we can eat on this trip, so yeah, smaller species preferred. I'm exhausted. It's day 7. We're running pretty low on, like, well, just everything, I think. Water's plenty. Coconuts just aren't hitting the spot like they used to, but just no energy, like completely zoinked of energy. Just had a good dive today. We were going to go do an afternoon dive, but no, I don't think we will. We've just got the fire going, which is good. We're gonna cook up the coronation trout and the spotted sweet lip. I'm definitely feeling the effects of dehydration here, so I'm gonna get some water into me, but excited for these spicy noodles. The first time that we're cracking onto the noodles, so stoked, absolutely stoked. Got a fire warden at hand, doing a bit. So we've got our 2 packets of noodles in there, and then we've got shiitake jerky. We're gonna try and rehydrate whilst cooking. Oh, it actually smells really good. I've never had this stuff before. This is what it looks like. It's like if you dipped licorice in soy. So if you're wondering why we're not doing everything with the fish, it's because of these little guys. I don't know if that's ever going to go into focus. But basically there's parasites all through the meats, and especially in like the throat and the cheek. They look like little crabs inside the meat, or if it is a worm, it's got heaps of legs. They look like bugs inside, so that's the reason why we're filleting, because it's all the way through the meat. That's the reason why we brought soy and wasabi here and we haven't hit any of the sashimi yet. It's just because of these little freaks. They're ruining good bloody sashimi. That's such a waste. But yeah, so just clean this up and then that will go in the pot, and then the pot will go on the fire. Bob's your uncle. We're gonna have hot noodle soup with fish, with coronation trout. It's gonna be delicious. We have our coronation trout, our shiitake mushroom jerky, and our noodles. So we're just gonna put that in to boil, or at least get hot. Nah, to boil. We'll cook the fish, especially as it's coronation trout. We'll get that cooking and that'll be nice and funky. Have a little look, see how things are looking. Oh, that looks pretty bloody good. Alright, so this is the magic. We've got everything just cooking up in there. The sauce is absolutely delicious and we're about done. We've saved the best to last, I reckon. This smells incredible, and like we've barely done anything. We've just added coronation trout, some shiitake mushrooms or dried some dried shiitake mushrooms. Why is it so hard to put dried in front? Dried shiitake mushrooms inside it, and then that's it, and we put it on the boil and it smells amazing. Cannot wait. Yes, last supper. So there we have it. The coronation trout, shiitake mushroom noodle soup, and I'm eating it with a spoon at the moment. But the broth tastes amazing. It's taken on a little bit of the flavour of the coronation trout too. Definitely from the shiitake mushrooms, I can taste that coming in. And it tastes amazing. So good. Definitely saved the best to last here. Let's go with a lovely big old chunk of coronation trout. I'm so excited. That's perfect. It's lovely and soft. Got beautiful flavour to it. And yeah, what a meal. Mon? What do you think?
It's amazing. I've only eaten like one coconut today, so this definitely hits the spot.
Yeah, that goes for the both of us. Like, we had a coconut this morning for brekkie, and then we went out for a dive for how long? Like
4 hours, I reckon.
Yeah, it was a fairly decent dive, and we covered some kilometres trying to find something substantial. No big predators, no big trevally, no big jobfish. Saw like a average sized moo, and then yeah, just a couple of white tips, and then these coronation trout and Mon sweetlip. So very grateful. This is a good dinner for the last day in our mini little paradise island. Absolutely stoked. So I'm gonna hoof this down, and then yeah, we'll catch up a bit later. I'm sure we've still got the sweetlip to cook up. Stay tuned. And I've just got to add, these noodles are insane. So good. The body has been craving. I can feel myself getting like replenished. The more, like with every single mouthful that I have, I just feel a bit more human. I'm still feeling incredibly salty. Looking forward to a shower after I've had this, which will be my first proper freshwater shower in forever. And well, like 7 days we've been on the island. So I've just been washing my face loosely with fresh water just so that I'm not getting a salty face. But the rest of me has been salty the whole time, which is why you often see me wearing the same thing. Just because I can't be arsed putting something else on just to feel the exact same, just feel salty all day, every day. Mon's gone for seconds.
Yeah, love it.
Must be good.
Him too.
I'll definitely be going for seconds. And yeah, not a bad way to end the trip. But we still got the spotted sweetlip, which I'm stoked for. But yeah, smashing through this. And if you're thinking about doing your own island survival, I definitely recommend taking things like dry noodles with you, instant noodles, because they're a game changer. You don't need to use them if you don't want to, if you don't feel you need to, happy days. But you get to the end of your trip like this, day 7, and we just looked at each other and kind of agreed like, right, it's time, we need proper food. So here we are, getting stuck into it. We are very much near to the end of the 7-day survival. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's followed along, whilst we've still got light. I really hope you've enjoyed the 7-part series. I think it would have been the 7 days. Maybe there'll be an 8th part of me just cleaning all my gear post trip. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. We've been slammed with a bit of weather. Climate change is making it a bit hard to predict what's going to happen. You come in the dry season and it isn't too dry anymore, which isn't too fun, but like, we just get on with it, deal with it. This is Mon's first trip, so we bought more food than I typically would bring on trip, just because of, yeah, she hasn't done anything like this before, and it's nice to have some like home comforts in case you need them. But we didn't really need them until like the last day, and we're just using them for the sake of using them, so that's good. But guys, check this. Beautiful, beautiful Fiji. I think we're gonna get a really, really nice sunset, which will just be an awesome send-off. So a massive, massive thank you once again to Te and to Jerry for like organising this and making it happen, and to Toto for letting this basically come to your island. So massively, massively, massively appreciate that, guys. Thank you. And yeah, hopefully we've done Fiji a bit of justice. What have we got over the trip? We've got coral trout, definitely, salala or largemouth mackerel. We've got coronation trout, the spotted sweet lip, conch, crayfish or lobster. Then we've had oh wow, so I feel like I'm missing a fish. Oh, we had the jobfish right at the start. Yeah, it's been awesome. We've had more coconuts than I can count. I think the official tally for me is I've drunk 12 coconuts, I've eaten 4 coconut shoots, and I've probably eaten 10 coconuts. So it's pretty good effort. Didn't get into the green beach beans in the end, just because we decided to go for noodles, but this is what they look like. I'll show you. So they look like this. Oh. And basically inside here, there's some ants on the outside, but on the inside, oh, of the young beans, you'll get these little fellas. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So you get these guys, and then you boil them. So just boil them, make sure you cook them, otherwise they'll give you a dicky tummy. Ditch the water, throw away the water, and then eat accordingly. But they are pretty good. Some people say that they taste like kerosene. Some people say that they taste like kerosene, but I think they taste pretty good. What's up next? Well, I'm going to be in Australia by the time that I upload this, so there'll be Australian adventures, back to Sydney spearfishing and beyond. New South Wales, Queensland and Victoria's definitely going to get hit up over the next few months, so stay tuned for that content. We'll come back with the undesirables and hike and spear Australia, definitely, and then just heaps more species. We might do some guides and all sorts. There's heaps in the works. And then coming into the new year, we've got heaps more Fiji. We're going to come back. We have to come back. There's unfinished business here. And there's still places that I haven't been to in Fiji, and I'm absolutely in love with the country. And we've got a lot of exciting things happening for 2023 in regards to camping, hiking, foraging, spearfishing, everything. So watch this space. Once again, guys, if you have enjoyed this video or this series or any of the Wet Mammal channel, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, and stay tuned because more's coming. Until next time, stay wet, stay fed. Catch ya. And for one of the final, this is quite a unique way to see me. One of the final treats of the evening, we're going to take one of these. Wait. Oh. And we're going to add fire to it. And trust me, this is one of the best snacks I've ever had in my life. So we've just got our sweet lip on the coals at the moment, cooking up. And we'll add in this, ready for dessert. Alright, so this is our sweet lip and it's literally falling apart. That was not meant to happen just yet. Might need to grab a little tray. Wait, boing. Sorry, sweet lip. So, we left the scales on the sweet lip, so you can put it on the fire, which should, in theory, protect all of the meat underneath. Now, I'm not doing a great job of getting the burnt stuff off on this one, but honestly, beneath the flesh, we can get to it. So, sweet lip as a final kind of goodbye. Doesn't taste bad at all. It's quite soft. There's a bit of sand in it. I won't be writing home about it. It's probably a 5 out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10. It's actually not that good. On the fire, this is the first time that I've had it done on a fire. Not good. I've had it boiled before with Mitti or Lolo, and that was good, but that's not great eating. Let's see if we can find a better eating part. It's very comparable to mullet. It tastes like mullet. Mon, you shot this, you're going to have to try some.
Alright, let's have some. From Sam's rating, my expectations are a little bit lower now. Honestly, it's better than the Solala. I thought the Solala was way worse than that. This is alright.
You don't mind it?
No, I don't mind. I would say that's more like a 6 out of 10 to 7. Because I would have rated the Solala like a 4 or 5. Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, she's going for more and more, so it's your fish, so it obviously tastes better for you.
Yeah.
But
It's not bad. I wouldn't think that it's bad at all.
I tell you what, because you love it so much, you can eat the rest.
Alright. Thank you, Sam.
Enjoy. And I'm looking forward to this, which is well underway. So we've got our dessert, and our island dessert is underway, so we'll try and keep that out of the flame. Get a little bit more going on there. But this is our coconut shoot, the inside on fire. It is delicious. The sugar's just caramelized in there, and we'll crack her open and get into it. We're gonna give the sweet lip a second try because of Mon is just raving about it.
Yeah, your rating was just way too low.
So
It's definitely a 6 or a 7.
it just tasted funny to me, so we'll see. Let's go. So Seva.
Better?
Mm.
I really like him. I think he's good.
I'm gonna boost my rating from a 4/5 to a 5.5.
5.5. Wow, that's not much of a boost.
Still don't think it's that terrific, to be honest.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, we are almost done with this puppy. Our old coconut shoot. It's gonna be delicious. I haven't had one of these like toasted years, and it is one of my favourite things in the world. Alright, so I think, and there's no real science to this, but I think the coconut is ready to come off. It looks pretty bloody good, and it smells delicious, so we'll take it on over to the bench. I'm very excited. Oh, dude, that's it. That's the golden nugget. The smell is incredible. Even like this, like all the coconut will be like just kind of glazed. like toasted coconut. But that's not why we're doing this. We're doing this for this. Just clean the blade off slightly. Do a nice cut in the top. Oh my god. It's gonna be sensational. Alright, so who's gonna have first dibs? I will. Because we're just like that. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Good.
That is the best thing in the wild. You need to try some. This is Mon's first try.
Never tried it before, toasted. You know, it tastes like hokey pokey. That's good. I like that.
That with ice cream is honestly like a game changer.
Don't talk about ice cream, man.
That with ice cream and fresh mango.
Dude, this is good.
How you die,
I like that. It's like even more sweet.
Yeah, all the sugars caramelise in there. It's nice texture. It's not that like foamy texture. It's way softer.
And it's like kind of like a pear almost.
Like a poached pear.
Yeah, like a poached pear. Like juicy. Like it looks really dry, but it's actually super juicy in there. Okay, do you want some before I finish it all?
That is genuinely one of the best things that you can have in the wild.
Should make another one?
Shall we make another one?
Let's make another one. No, we should actually make another one.
So there we go, island desserts at the end of a fantastic day, at the end of a fantastic trip. We've endured it all. Weather, rain, wind, ship viz, the lot. But we've persevered, we've come out on top, we've had incredible meals, ate some excellent fish, nothing monstrous, but who cares? It's all about just getting a feed, and at the end of the day, we did that every single day. Yeah, mini achievement unlocked. Back to the fire, and it's time to make this puppy raw because it's our last night.